fuck. You gotta let my hair go. I don't care. Let my hair go. I don't care.
We all know about that braid lady in Alabama that held their sister hostage in that braid shop because she was trying to finesse $50 more. So we heard about that story, been talked about. I didn't get a chance to talk about it yet. And we also heard that 3 people got arrested for that. Cool, right? My thing is, I think they should get deported. I ain't gonna lie. I think they should do about 3 years in prison, then get deported back to their homeland.
I don't understand why you're going to behave like that. A lady send you a message. She have a proof. She asks you, if you do this type of hair, how much you charge? You said from $200 going up. She said medium, this type. You said that one is $200. She asked you, I get off from work 4 o'clock. Is that okay? You said yes. You gave her address. She came there. You did the hair. After you finished the hair, she gave you $200. You said, I use human hair or something, so it's $250. Now, every video that I've seen, Americans are saying that we Africans, we never love them, so they should kick all of us out. You see your greediness has come to us to worry us. People are going into your salon making a video. They are saying that you guys are not citizens. So they are right now they are doing that. They should deport you guys. You come all the way from Africa to somebody's country. The opportunity that you are even having here in our own country, we even get that kind of opportunity. The support that this country has supported us in our own country, we don't even get it. You are able to open salon here. You are working. Nobody trouble you. You talk to the lady. Your conversation is here. Why do you want to steal from the lady? $50. You see your life now. You just did the woman hair. Look at the way you are grabbing a hair that you just did. Look at how wicked are you, a woman.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are unpacking a situation that has taken over timelines, comment section, and entire communities across America. Over the past few weeks, tensions have been rising as some African immigrants find themselves at the center of a heated storm. Many Black Americans are speaking out loudly, expressing frustration and demanding accountability after what they believe has been repeated disrespect toward their community. This topic has sparked anger, confusion, and deep conversation about culture, identity, unity, and the unseen division within the Black diaspora. People are calling for answers, for explanation, and for real dialogue because something has clearly hit a nerve. So what exactly happened? What triggered this wave of outrage? And is this truly about disrespect? Or are there deeper cultural misunderstanding and long-standing frustration boiling beneath the surface? Today, we are breaking down the drama, the reactions, and the bigger meaning behind it all. Let's watch these videos together, and I will come back later with my full comment.
We all know about that braid lady in Alabama that held their sister hostage in that braid shop because she was trying to finesse $50 more. So we heard about that story, been talked about. I didn't get a chance to talk about it yet. And we also heard that 3 people got arrested for that. Cool, right? My thing is, I think they should get deported. I ain't gonna lie. I think they should do about 3 years in prison, then get deported back to their homeland. I think they shouldn't have no bond. Thank God they don't have a bond, but I don't think they should ever have a bond. I think they need to be locked up first. First and foremost, they need to go through the United States prison system, right? Because that's going to be the last bit of luxury that they going to have. Because keep in mind, Black people, prison in America is better than being homeless in Africa. Let me say that again. Prison in America is better than being homeless in Africa. They're going to have 3 meals a day. They're going to have some commissary and everything. But that's going to be the last bit of luxury they gonna ever see. Because once they get done with their time, they get to go back to Africa and start pulling other people hair. We don't act like that here in America, but they do. They do. They finesse, change prices, give you fake. I heard somebody put plastic braids in one of our sisters' hairs out here. Now, I don't know if this is true, there's such thing as plastic braids, but goddamn, boy, that's some cold shit. I ain't lying. But like I say, they need to be deported. And what can we do about that? Like, do we need to call Alabama and ask, or call ICE like, hey, there's some Africans down there. Can y'all deport them back home to their homeland? What we need to do, y'all? How can we do? Do we need to protest in front of the place so these women can be deported back to Africa? Me personally, I want them to enjoy prison first. I want them to remember the luxuries of America before they go back to their homeland. Y'all be safe.
Did y'all see that video of that lady in Birmingham, Alabama? She in the African braiding shop. She done sat down to get these braids done. They told her it was going to be $200. You know when you get there, they be trying to scheme. So they tried to put a little extra 50 on top of her 200. Talking about, oh, we put this extra different kind of hair in your head, so it's going to be an upcharge or something to that effect. Of course, they having words back and forth because, no, I agreed to pay 200 and the Africans is like, no, you're going to pay 250. By the time this lady start recording the video, the Africans got her hair wrapped up in a ball like they finna start going to work on her. What is happening? Now, if you ain't never got your hair braided, basically, if you're not black, that is so tight on your head. Like, I'm not even joking. It's not even first day. That's not even a couple of hours. That is 5 minutes from getting out the African chair. First of all, fresh braids are going to be tight. They're kind of going to hurt anyway. But when you get your hair done by the Africans, they got that African grip. Like, I don't know what else to call it other than African grip. They really be pulling your hair. They quite literally, I'm trying to make you understand, they be pulling the follicles up out of your head. So for them to have her freshly braided hair in their hands and they pulling it, oh my God. This is a reason to boycott, because that right there was crazy. Now, the restraint that lady had, maybe because she was by herself and, it'd be like 5 or 10 Africans in that shop. Or maybe she wanted to just, record and get a payday. Or maybe she just, a kind person. Maybe she, don't do confrontation. She know what to do. But I guarantee you this, them Africans knew who to try. They knew exactly who to play with. Because if they would have tried that on the right one, then they was in Birmingham, Alabama. Ooh-wee. If you don't know nothing about Birmingham, Alabama, let me tell you, Birmingham, Alabama is the home of First 48. I know every city say that. I swear to God, every city. Birmingham, Alabama, let me tell you, is the home of First 48. They'd have tried the right one on the right day in Birmingham. Baby, somebody would have came out that purse and really showed them. Anyway, I said all that to say, are we boycotting the Africans?
It seems like other, deeply melanated black people are really, really fucking upset that black American citizens exist. Like, ones that were actually born here that have a lineage here. Like, I keep seeing videos of them saying, oh, you're next. And shouts out to Leo. I saw his video where he was responding to, I'm guessing she was a Caribbean, saying, your president doesn't like you. Y'all gonna be back picking cotton. He gonna get y'all out of here next. And it's like, he literally said that we built this country. He literally said that the birthright citizenship was for the descendants of slaves. Chattel slavery. Y'all are so butthurt that we cannot be deported. Then they were like, oh, because when it's time for y'all to get out of here, y'all ain't going to have nowhere to go. Get out of where? Where they going to send me? Georgia? South Carolina? Y'all do know that a lot of us literally still to this day own land in this country, and the ones of us that don't know that we do, we're taking the proper steps and we're going through the proper channels to reclaim our ancestors' land. Y'all maybe y'all don't know that, but it's so ignorant to keep assuming that we are all immigrants. Y'all are really jealous that we can't be deported anywhere. Y'all are really, really jealous. It's envy at this point, because what else is it? We don't do anything to you people. Nothing. We welcomed y'all. And it seems to be backfiring that we all thought that we were all one just because we share the same hue of complexion. And I know I'm continuously making the same types of videos, but it's like, I keep seeing y'all making these videos talking about, y'all, and then y'all always trying to attack slavery. Y'all always trying to attack as if on the Caribbean. Child, I could get into so much that's going on y'all's islands and in y'all's countries to this day in 2025. Y'all are just so fucking envious. Then there was this girl that was like, oh, if everybody has an issue with Black Americans, then maybe it's Black Americans. If everybody doesn't like you. No, that's not true. Because we literally do not start. We do not do anything to anybody. We've literally welcomed everybody that came to this country. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Like, I saw a girl saying Brooklyn belongs to the Caribbeans now. New York belongs to the Caribbeans. And it's like, we still exist out there. And the reason why y'all were able to successfully migrate and set up shop is because we supported y'all. We thought we were all kinfolk. I've had plenty of Caribbean friends to this day that I love and I've supported. I've supported businesses. I've patronized restaurants, shops, and everything. While y'all just literally, not all of y'all, but some of y'all just have this disdain, this hatred for us for no reason. And I think it's really envy that we cannot be deported. There's this deep-seated envy, like a hatred, because we are American. And a lot of y'all fight and strive so much to come here when we were born here. And yes, we've had our hardships and our struggles, and we still fighting and we still thriving. But we are a very, very successful group of Black people in the world globally. Our impact, the things that we've innovated, our inventions, the things that we've created, it's undeniable. Ain't nobody really fucking with us like that. Even the poorest of us that live in the hoods. If we compare our hoods to y'all's hoods, there's no fucking comparison. Y'all always want to compare y'all top 10% to our bottom 10. Let's go apples for apples. Living in a hood here is not even a marker to how much you make these days. It's very expensive to live in urban communities, especially in a tri-state in 2025. So that's not even a socio-economic marker anymore. But anyways, I'm just tired of, like, leave us alone. Hang it up. It's relevant to Brooklyn Way.
Africans. I hope y'all learned something from Black Americans these past few days. I hope y'all observed everything that we said and done on social media and in real life. And I hope y'all applied it in your homeland or even over here when y'all dealing with certain things. I really hope so. Because one thing about Black Americans, we don't like racism, right? That's one thing that irks everybody's spirit out here. We don't like racism. And we don't like raccoons. Those are two things we just can't stand. Now, you might see us bicker with each other and do, but the one thing we'll stop the music and do is get on our raccoons and get on the racists. That's the top two things we do. See, we're not one of those Black people that turn the other cheek and be like, Charlie wasn't racist. He was a good man. He said positive things about Black people. We just got to do better. No, we ain't like that. We ain't like that at all. Then one thing about Black Americans, when we do see Black people like that are raccooning for white mom and white daddy there, because we do have domestic coons in America. We do. Trust me, we do. But we also call them out also. We just don't let them run amok around us. You get what I'm saying? We send smoke signals to our people like, man, watch out for that girl. Watch out for that man over there. He be raccooning. Like, we know who's who. That's what we do. We call them out. Y'all don't really do that. Y'all don't do that at all. Y'all don't call out the raccoons in your community. And that's why things be going upside down for y'all sometimes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So hopefully, y'all learn something from us. Because one thing about Black Americans, out of everything you might see us beef with, you might see the Black LGBT, the Black feminists, Black men that support only Black men, the radical people, whatever type of people you see. For some odd reason, when it comes to YT people, we all be on the same page. Now, we might have different ideologies about each other, but we all on the same page. And the ones that are not on the same page, we call them out. So Africans, I hope you learned something. Because when we be talking about you Africans a lot, we be talking about y'all raccoons that come over here. Then the ones that are not raccoons don't say nothing like, hey, that's a raccoon. Y'all don't tell us that. Y'all don't mention that. Y'all just let the raccoons run amok and have all these raccoon babies around here. We got to deal with that. Then when we get on them, then we mad. Then everybody mad at us. Everybody say we xenophobic, and we really not. But anyway, y'all be safe.
Mama gifted hands. Did you honestly think that your business gonna be back up booming and operating like it's supposed to after what you done did to this customer? Because how in the hell you go from confirming that the braids is $200 and then you're gonna tell the girl it's gonna be $250 instead? Make that make sense. When I saw that video of her having a nice full grip of the customer's hair, all because she won't give her the extra $50, even though it has been confirmed that the braids was going to be $200. Like, when I tell you the customer had a lot more patience than anybody, especially myself, even though she was able to get actual footage, and yes, they was going back and forth because, baby, it would take everything in me to drag her ass on the ground. There ain't no way you're going to have my hair locked up like that and trying to get $50 out of me, because it is not that serious. Because one, you didn't told the girl in the text message, we saw the screenshot, the text message saying that those knotless braids, Bohemian knotless braids was going to be $200, and you want to charge her an extra $50 because of the type of hair you was using, and it was human hair you had used. Why don't you just tell her that before you even put it in? I mean, isn't that the confirmation? See if the customer still want to put the type of hair that you had chose to put in her head. Like, why would you hold her hair like that, and then all because you can't get $50 out of her? And then not only you was holding the girl's head like in a nice grip, y'all actually locked her inside the shop so she won't go nowhere. So not only you got charged for assault, but you also got charged for kidnapping. So not only you end up getting arrested, now you 2 other employees that got arrested as well. So, and then now people really boycotting your shop, and then your business gonna be going down the ground because there's no way in hell that you gonna come out of this. This is really bad business for you, hon. Now, I never got my hair braided from an African shop, but I have heard that some Africans are known to do that. A lot of times they do tend to get physical, and they do have attitude. Some of them, not all of them now, so don't come for me when I say all of them. I say some of them. Some are known to do that. So, but this right here is ridiculous, and I'm actually glad that she did press charges. They are locked up right now. I hope they got their paperwork up and in order and all of that, because this is not going to look good for them at the end. And this is actually a felony charge, what they didn't do, especially considered definitely a kidnapping charge on top of that. So yeah, this you really down bad for what you did. And I know the customer is for sure is going to sue Mama's Gifted Hands for what she did, because even if the service itself is $200, if you in the type of hair that you was going to put, the type of human hair you was going to put in her head for the curl pattern, you could at least ask her this going to be an extra $50 and see if the customer is okay with that. I mean, get a confirmation from the customer and see if she's okay to pay the extra $50. But according to the text messages, you told her that it's going to be $200 to get the Bohemian knotless braids, and that was agreeable. And I'm actually glad that she did show the cop that and she did show that she did pay her for those $200 for that service. And Kyle was like, well, she paid for the service, so and then I hated that most of her hair got pulled out. So yeah, this is not gonna end well for Mama's Gifted Hands. So I already know her shop probably gonna be closed down. She's gonna lose a lot of customers. She got a lot of bad reviews. So this is a lesson learned for her. And yeah, they're down bad. But if y'all see that news that's trending about Mama's Gifted Hands in Birmingham, leave a comment below and tell me how you feel about it.
Greetings, everyone. Well, guess what? The African braiding shops are once again in the news, and I'm talking about the literal news. Most of you, I'm sure, have already heard about this story, but for those of you that have not, this young lady here, Jessica Odom, to Mama Gifted Hands in Birmingham, Alabama, to get her hair braided. And it culminated in her being kidnapped, literally locked in the shop. They would not let her go. They pulled her braids out of her head, threatened to shoot her. And it culminated into an arrest of the owner of the shop and 2 of the employees. I'll let you watch the clip and I'm going to come back with my commentary.
A Birmingham woman says what should have been a simple, relaxing trip to get her hair done ended with her locked inside the salon and assaulted. This entire ordeal caught on video, and that video has now gone viral on social media as the woman demands justice.
I just wanted to get my hair done and I wanted to go home.
For Jessica Odom, it's not the hairstyle she'll remember. It's what happened after the appointment.
I done paid you exactly what you asked for. Let my hair go.
I don't care.
Let my hair go.
I don't care.
She says she walked into Mama Gifted Hands expecting a quick appointment and walked out shaken, confused, missing a piece of her hair and holding a video she'd never dreamed she'd need to record.
I looked in the mirror. I loved my hair. And I went in my purse. I grabbed the $200 in cash and I gave it to the braider. She started speaking in their language, which I don't know what ethnicity they are, but she went over to the owner, which they refer to as mama, and she gave her the money, and then she hopped up and she was like, no, this is $200.
Odom says everything started normally. A few texts, a clear plan, and a $200 agreed upon price.
Let my hair go.
We cannot leave you because
Man, I'm finna sue you, bro. I'm finna sue you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot you too.
I said sue.
But once the stylist was finished, she says the tone shifted. Odom says suddenly the stylist demanded more money, and that's when everything changed.
She told me to just give her $30 and I could leave, or if not, go sit in the chair and we'll cut the hair out. I said, you're not cutting my hair out, and I'm not giving you anything extra. I paid you your $200. I'm leaving. She was like, no, you're not leaving. So she turns and she locks the door.
She says she spent nearly an hour struggling with 3 women, calling police as she tried to get out. We went to the salon for their side of things. They declined to comment.
Here is the conversation up close. She asked for $200. So why would you lock that girl in that salon and tell her to give you $30 more? Point blank, period. That's the shit they do in Africa. Let me say this first. In America, we agree upon a price in the beginning, and that's it. Now, if someone adds on services spoken about up front, they tell you, look, this is an add-on. If you do this, if you do that, that's an add-on. It's going to cost extra. And you agree upon that stuff up front. But not in Africa. Let me tell you, they will tell you that is this price. And then when they finish rendering whatever services it is that they render, then they're hounding you for more money. And not only for that, the cost of that, but also if they have to go to you, you have to pay for transportation to and from for them to get to you and for them to go back to where they came from. And then depending upon what you tell them about you or how well you're dressed, your hair is looking nice, whatever, or whatever they've gathered about you, the price will go up exponentially. And then first and foremost, if you have an accent and you're obviously not from there, the price is going to go up higher. It's not going to be the same. So we don't do that in America. Everybody pays this price. This is the price that's set, and this is the price you pay. And it doesn't matter how well you're dressed or if whether we perceive you have money or not, that you're going to be charged more or less or whatever. But in Africa, that's just how it is. And I guess they didn't realize they can't do that ish in America. We don't do that. That's dishonest, if you ask me. Because at the end of the day, you don't know how much money I have in my pocket just because I'm looking nice that day. And see, when this lady and some of the other ones were talking about boycotting the African braiding shops, everyone went wild, including people from America, people of different races. And they targeted us, saying, oh, these Black Americans are this and they're that. But see, y'all don't know the disrespect. You have no idea of the disrespect that we Truth be told, that is exactly what the boycott was about, is the blatant disrespect against us in our own land. We are tired of immigrants coming to America and disrespecting us. And contrary to what some people believe, it wasn't just the Africans that were being targeted. A lot of our people actually even decided they weren't going to buy from the Asians or even major store chains like Target and Walmart. So no, it wasn't just Africans that were being targeted. And a lot of people said,
you see, it is very, very important to respect your host. Okay? It is very important to respect your host. And if I say respect your host, it means that if you are not from that place and you move over there irrespective of anything, I am not saying take crap, but respect your host. I see a video of some African lady pulling the hair of a black American. I don't even want to go to into the deals yet. Whether she promised to pay 200 and later you wanted to add up or whatever it happened. Even before I try to understand, it is wrong. It is wrong. And this is not the time people will have to come up and say, oh, but we are all black people. No, we are not. We are not all black people, or we are not all Africans. And this is what I keep talking about in my community. If there's no respect, if there's no accountability, if there's no responsibility, if there's no integration, do not speak unity with me.
So I'm glad that you made this comment. It's really important to understand that for people that remained in the motherland, Africa, or even people that have always been in the Caribbean and haven't left, they are the majority where they're from. So I'll use my home country, even though I'm a black Brit, I was born in the UK. I'll use my home country, Nigeria, as an example. In Nigeria, there's hardly any non-Nigerians. The majority of that population are black people. So imagine that's where you were born and that's where you grew up. And if you live in the villages or some of the more remote places, or even some of the cities where tourists don't really come to, you may have only seen white people on TV and you've never actually had an interaction with a white person before. So as far as you're concerned, you're the norm. Everyone around you looks like you. There's no black, white, Asian. It's just we are all the same. We are all African. We are all Nigerian here. That's it, right? So when you leave your country to go to another country where you are now the minority and the majority are labeling you, you're going to struggle to identify with that, because where I'm from, this label doesn't exist.
Things have been tense in America lately. Videos keeps popping up of some Africans in the US talking down on Africans American, using rude language, pushing stereotypes, and acting like they are above the black Americans' experience, and black folks are not having it. Social media has been on fire. People are calling out the disrespect, saying if you can't respect us, why are you here? After everything black Americans have fought through in this country, this kind of attitude feel like a slap in the face. The frustration is coming from the real history, centuries of struggles, sacrifice, and culture that African American built. So when some Africans show up acting arrogant or clueless, it hits deep. That's why the backlash exploded. People want recognition, respect, and basic understanding of who paved the way. Some are even saying deportation should be on the table for anyone who refuses to acknowledge that. This whole situation exposed a big cultural gap. It's not just online drama, it's about identity, history, and knowing the ground you are standing on. So now the real question is, will Africans in America show respect, or will this divide keep getting worse? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.